you're sitting in your house right now, and do you have any, like, I don't know, bottles of Purell anywhere? What kind of soap is sitting there next to your faucet and your sink? Take showers every now and then. It's funny, like, we Americans, we're thought of, particularly by Europeans and South Americans, as kind of dirty because we don't even have bidets in our bathroom. What's a bidet, says most Americans. Bidets are these bowls similar to toilets with water jets that clean your anus after you poop. Want to talk about poop? Where am I going? Let's talk about poop. So when you go on Survivor, you have to poop still. Did you know that? Even when you don't eat for quite some time, you still produce poop. Poop's dirty. But where do we go? We go nowhere. You can go off into the woods. You can build a latrine, dig a deep hole over which you put something that you can kind of squat or sit and poop on, poop in, that you then have to, cover over and then build another one. Or you can go in the ocean. People don't understand how naturally clean, and it's very, very difficult for me to describe it in the detail that would help you understand it. But there is something that happens, particularly in salt water, where not just a barrier is created where the poop comes out perfectly clean, but that your ass stays perfectly clean and your hands don't get dirty. If you go back to check to make sure that you're clean back there before you get out of the ocean, everything stays super clean. It's something about the grit and the composition of salt water that seems almost naturally made for pooping. It's bizarre. But many people on Survivor don't go in the ocean comfortably for anything, to stand, to wash, to fish, to do anything. They don't really know. They don't have a connection with the ocean and with water, and particularly salt water. And they feel itchy after, salt water dries on them. And so they go on land somewhere. And I can't really speak to what they do because I don't know. Do they use a leaf? Do they use their hand and then use sand or something to try to get clean? But let me tell you, remember in the beginning of this, I asked you about your Purell and your soap? We ain't got none, honey. There's nothing out there. So you're not taking a shower. You're not using soap to clean your hands like they tell you 4 times. Wash for a minute and a half now to make sure you... Oh, that's a bunch of hogwash. And then you poop, and then you build something, and then you eat, and then you what? That's just life. We're animals, literally. That's what we are. And we're out there living as close to how naturally we lived long before we evolved to this place where we think Purell is necessary. It's an interesting dynamic that people ask about all the time. I'm not sure I answered it completely, but I hope you understand. It's people poop, and we're out there pooping somewhere. We don't actually talk about it a lot. We might just say, I need to go take a break for a minute, and we go do it. But there's no bathroom, there's no porta potty, there's no anything. And you have to somehow get comfortable enough with yourself and your processes to figure out a way to stay sufficiently clean for it not to become an issue, if you know what I mean. Hey, you! Yeah, you! Watching the video, you thought it was over. No, you got a job to do. Click the like button and subscribe right below. Come on, get on it now. And feel free to comment. Go ahead, tell me how arrogant I am. Tell me how much you can't stand this or that. I'll listen. Comment away.